Good morning, everyone. Today, we're still here renovating my 100-year-old home, 120-year-old home, but today it's going to be more of a tutorial video, and I'm going to show you guys how to install shower valves. So, I have my pipes ran for every shower. I just got to work the last one for the upstairs bathroom. But once I get those done, I gotta run to the hardware store, get some attachments to go from, this is the valve here. It's called Delta Multi-Choice 1 Universal Rough. Not sponsored. But this is the valve, so I need an attachment to go from this to a PEX attachment. So once I get my last shower roughed in, I'm gonna run to the store, pick up what I need, come back, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to install those shower valves and how to rough in a shower. Okay, so now that I have my water lines installed, I'm going to show you guys how to go about installing the shower valve itself. So the first step is you're going to need some female adapters, 1/2-inch PEX to female, and you're going to need Teflon tape or Tef tape, whatever it's called. 1/2 inch is what I got in width. First thing you want to do is open the pack. First thing you want to do is the first thing you want to do is open the package. This is what it looks like, and what happens is it just gets screwed on here, and then you attach your PEX onto the other side. But before you do that, you have to take your Teflon tape and wrap it around where you're going. And you want to make sure that you're wrapping the Teflon tape in the same direction that you're tightening this female adapter. So in my case, well, in most cases, you're tightening this way. So you want to wrap your tape around this way. So as you're tightening the female adapter, it's also tightening the tape. So you're going to take your tape, and you want to wrap it around about 5 or 6 times around. Okay, so now that you have it wrapped, you take your female adapter and you just screw it on. And then you want to take some channel locks or an adjustable wrench or something to then tighten this even more. And you want to make it snug. You don't want to over tighten it, but you want it nice and snug like that. So there it is, and you're going to do that with all of yours. Mine has 4 because it's a tub shower combo, but so this is going here in the ensuite, but the one that's going in the bathroom, the secondary bathroom upstairs, is just a shower, so it's only going to have 3 of these things. So yeah, you're going to want to do that to all of them, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so all my female adapters got put on. I'm going to take you over to the shower and show you how to install this. Okay, so what I have here is I have from the ground marked 42 inches to this line. And then I marked with a laser, I have a laser on right now. Obviously I have a laser on. To the center of my shower. But when I got this measurement, I deducted for drywall and tile on the side of my wall. So I came in whatever distance that is for you, 1/2 inch drywall with whatever size tiles. So that's what I did, and this is where my center mark is. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my drill, some screws, and I'm gonna install this valve. Now, when you install this valve, you'll see at the top, it says up. Can you guess what that means? I think it means that this side goes up. So, what I'm gonna do is install it with this side going up, and I'm in the middle of my laser, so I can't see where my laser is. I'm gonna hold it centered and centered with my 42-inch mark as well, like this. I'm gonna put in my screw, like that. Now I'm gonna take another screw and fasten this side, making sure it is again nice and plumb. And it's only those two? It's only those two. Okay. Now that my valve is installed, I'm just gonna double check my measurements. Okay. So that's all good. Now I'm gonna run my lines up. So my cold water and my hot water come up here, and then I have to put 2 pieces branching out with 90s. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna install the drop ear, which is basically where the head wash thing goes, like that, and it sticks out from there. So I need to cut a piece of PEX to go from here to down there, and then fasten it up there with these screw holes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of roughly place this where it's gonna go. So about here. And then I'm gonna take my tape and just take a rough, not a rough, but a measurement to my bottom valve. So I have 32.5. 32.5 rough. So I'm gonna cut a piece of PEX. This one doesn't really matter what color it is. I only have red left, so I'm kind of forced to use red, which is fine. And it's downstairs, so I'm gonna go get that and cut it. What I find is easier to do is to do my fitting here on the ground first and then put it up, just because I have more space to crimp. So let's put this laser back onto the center. Then I can now install this. Put it on that. And then that's where my shower valve, not the shower valve, the drop ear is gonna go. So now I can fasten it if I decide to move out of the way of the laser and let it do its job. So right there, center. And I'm just using small screws, 2-inch one. Those ones are only 9/16 because down here they poke out the back, and I have my drywall back there. But this one, when you set this up, when you put this block in, you want to keep 3/4 inches back. And then this one down here, if it's a 2x4 wall, you put it flush at the back. But yeah, since there's space back here, it's not flush with the back of the stud, the nail won't poke through. But since this one is flush at the back, the screw is gonna poke through. Now I can make sure this is nice and all the way down. What I was gonna say, my little trick, is that if you want your PEX ring to stay, you could take, I'm using electrical pliers, but you could take any sort of plier and pinch the ring where you want it, and it'll stay in place until you crimp it, which is a pretty cool trick. It's like you're crimping just one little piece of it, and then you could go in with your crimper and crimp it. Now I could put my dropper back with my laser. Like that. Okay. Nail it, screw it, just like that. I could have just used the 2-inch for all of this, but I guess it's okay. So, that's done. And the last step is to do the tub spout, I think it's called, which is like the tub spout, or the feet. Yep, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. So, I was completely wrong about this block. Make this block flush with the back of your 2x4 stud as well, because you want this dropper to be behind your drywall. Then with your male adapter, it's going to stick out even more. It's also not really that important where this block goes, like depth-wise, but just make sure your drop ear and your male adapter sit behind the drywall and don't poke out further than your studs, like I did. Now, with regards to this, whatchamacallit, the tub spout, you want to make it 21 inches from the finished floor. So I'm going to take a piece, and this is definitely too short, of course. So I'm going to take a piece anyway. I'm going to take a piece, mark my 21 inches off the subfloor. The reason why I'm doing 21 inches is usually you want it to be 6 to 8 inches above your tub height, but I don't have the tub yet. So the rough kind of safe area measurement is 21 inches off the subfloor. So I'm going to make it 21 inches off the subfloor and hook up my tub spout. Okay, so I installed my block, and now I'm doing the same process that I did for the thingy of the before and after, when you before tomorrow. And now what I'm doing is putting in this one, like I said. Why am I repeating myself? I don't know. What am I doing? I roughed this in 21 inches from the subfloor to the center of this, and then I just took a measurement from there to my valve, and then cut a piece of PEX to that length. Now I'm gonna do all my connections for that. Okay, so this shower is done. We have it all roughed in. Now, you don't need any male adapters. Like, these are female to PEX. You don't need any male to PEX, because when you do your stub outs from the wall, you want them to be rigid pipes. So you want to use either copper or lead. Lead isn't really used anymore, but you want to use copper, and you want to solder it all. So this shower is done. I'm going to move on to doing that one, and then the last one is in the basement. So let's get to it. Okay, so this final shower is done. Got everything roughed in. And that means plumbing is officially finished for this house. Hoping that I pass inspection. But if I do, plumbing is finally done. So that means I can move on to electrical. But thank you guys for watching this kind of tutorial video. I might be posting my side job that I'm doing next week or 2 weeks from now. But stay tuned for that if it does come out. And thank you again for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. I don't need to say what to do. You already know. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.